Hi, this is Tommy, and this is day 6 of the 30 anomalous actions or 30 anomalous days of challenge. And I think the theme for me in these 30 days, sorry about that, the theme for me is reducing importance. It's teaching me, taking this challenge is teaching me about reducing importance, because as it has been said before, transurfing is about becoming and expressing your authentic self, and I haven't been doing that at all. I mean, I've sort of tried to compose a self that I thought would impress people the right way. And first of all, hey, here I'm saying it, that's if that's not reducing importance, then yeah. And I'm really being as honest as possible in these videos, and doing this video diary is in and of itself a challenge for me. Not because I've never, stood in front of a camera and talked to people, but because I've never talked to people about myself and my experience. I've always talked about either products or services or my knowledge, which all are types of importance. And I didn't have an idea or an inspiration for today's task or out of the box experience, so I waited. I mean, I did what I needed to do and waited for the idea to come, for the inspiration to come, being open to the environment. And funnily enough, it came from an unexpected direction. I told you that last Tuesday I taught in my transurfing course here in Israel about importance and about induced transition. And during this lesson, I talked about the concept or the idea or the misconceived, misdirected activity of telling other people what to do. And I've encountered this, I am encountering it everywhere. And people just think they can tell just about anybody what they think they should do. And not just saying, hey, I think you ought to do this, or you should do this, or you might benefit from doing that, or whatever. But actually saying, you know what? Do this, do that, or you should do this. Not even as an opinion. And I taught this because this in and of itself is an aspect of importance. Because if I think that I know what someone else should do, then I know and they don't. I'm better than them. I am smarter, more informed, more whatever than they are. And so I can allow myself, my majestic self, to tell someone else what to do. And not just to answer their question about what I think they should do, because if someone does come to me for an answer because they value my opinion, then there is no importance. Unless I say, hey, you don't know anything, you should really listen to me. If someone comes to me for my opinion because they value it, then the area, the space is balanced. Because if I do know something more than someone else, for example, I've been programming for over 10 years. So if someone comes to me for advice on programming, computer programming, and I do know the answer, then it's just an exchange of information. The space is level, it's balanced, there is no excess potential, so there will be no balancing forces involved in the situation. But if someone does something and doesn't come to me for advice, and I say, you know what, you did that wrong, you should be doing this and that, you should make it bigger, smaller, faster, whatever, without being asked, then I am stating in front of that person, and also between myself and existence and balancing forces, I am better, I know better. And I may know better, but as Vadim says in the book, allow yourself to be yourself and allow others to be themselves. And in a lot of situations, there is no right answer, there is no wrong answer, there's just my answer that I chose, or my way that I chose. And it will lead me through my personal challenges and benefits and what have you in my life. It is my life. No one else is going to live it for me. No one is going to live it vicariously through me. I love that word, by the way. Vicarious. No one. So, if I am the one who has to and chose to live my own life, then who can tell me how I should live it? Who can know what's going on inside of my head, what my thinking process is, what my experiences are, what my emotional state is? Who can tell other than me? And if you are having a certain experience, who can tell other than you? Who am I to come and say to you, you should do this or that? The answer can only come from you. And it's sort of a stick in my wheels, or I may be shooting my own foot with this video, because my goal for this challenge is to become a consultant. You know, funny, huh? A man or woman, a person who tells people what to do. And I'm saying, who are you to tell someone else what to do, to say to someone else what they should do? But let's level the playing field here. If I do have some kind of knowledge, and I'm not talking about information, but rather knowledge that can benefit someone else, and they recognize it and acknowledge it and ask for it, explicitly ask for it. Say, okay, Tommy, I value your opinion. What do you think about this? If someone does come to me for advice on something I do know a thing or two about, not by being arrogant about it, but just saying, okay, I do know about this. If someone does come to me for advice like that, it would be self-importance to withhold the information from them. And so my action of reducing information today is actually using this this space, this connection, to teach something that I wouldn't have taught outside of a class. To share a piece of information I have that I do think people will benefit from. And I'm not telling you what to do. On the contrary, I'm telling you what I'm saying is, first of all, do whatever you like. Life is about choices, especially in transurfing. And secondly, what I'm doing with regards to this is listening and doing my very best to allow an answer to come from the surface or from the other person, and not to give them my own opinion. In NLP we say the map is not the territory. And when we were taught this concept, this idea, we were taught to leave our own maps aside. Now, I'm not leaving my maps aside. I have my own views, my own opinions, and I actually think it's beneficial to bring them to the conversation. But at the same time, I will never tell someone what I think they should do in a certain situation. I have before, but as I said, I'm reducing my own importance. So I'd rather listen and ask questions, not leading questions, but actually questions that can help a person come to their own choices. And they may actually be the opposite of what I think they should do. But then I will shut and let them make their own choice. It is their lives they're living. And even if I'm talking about business consulting or marketing consulting, I can say what I think will work if I'm asked for my opinion, or what I think the consequences or implications of a certain action will be. Think, opinion. I won't tell someone what to do. They have to choose. And if they ask me what I think they should do, and only if they ask, then I'll say. Because this is the frame of the relationship. If I'm coming with the knowledge or with the understanding and I am asked, then I will say. If not, shutting up. And in reflecting on this day, I realized that I did it this morning. Helped someone to realize their own choices, not make choices for them. I can't. And I keep emphasizing this because even though it seems obvious, and for me in retrospect it does seem obvious, still I made this mistake so many times. Thinking, hey, I can read the map, I can see what's going on, I can tell you what to do. No, you can't. No, I can't. I can help someone see a broader perspective, and then they can have their own choices and make the choice. They can choose, because life is about choosing, especially again with transurfing. So I had the very exciting opportunity to do that today, to help someone to get a broader perspective and to review their choices and make a new choice that I'm quite sure will benefit them a lot, save them a lot of energy, and also take them closer to their own purpose and goals. And I've started implementing the principles of transurfing in my conversations with people, and this is part of it. And again, reducing my own importance has helped me a lot in that, in putting my own opinion aside and just helping broaden the perspective of the person I'm talking with, speaking with, having a conversation with. We're at the same, I'm more knowledgeable in one thing, they're more knowledgeable in another, but at the end of the day, we're equals. So, and especially if the decision is about them or the choice is about them, then they have to choose it. So my advice to myself is to give people less advice and more broadened perspective. I hope that this video has been beneficial for you. If you watched it, thank you for your attention and for your energy. And that's it for today. Reducing my own importance another level, and really enjoying this journey. It's a heck of a challenge, and it's a lot of fun. So I'll see you tomorrow. This is Tommy signing out. Bye.